have you all here. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And with sound, let's take a nice deep clearing breath. And one more, maybe a little bit louder. Do it for all the people that don't have a voice right now. Sometimes it feels a bit weird. Did it feel a bit weird for you just now? That's your voice. That's your sound. That's your frequency. That's your resonance. Yes, it is. It's yours. It's mine. And it's a vibration. So it's still one. Any which way you look at it, it's still one. Because that's the ripple that just got sent out. If you have other people in your house, they might have just automatically had a little sigh when you were hidden away somewhere or out in open and taking a clearing breath. It allows all the shoulders to drop a little bit. It's on the exhale that we heal. The inhale, we nourish. The exhale, we heal. We let go. We let go of all that does not serve us. The CO2, whatever it is that doesn't serve us. My name is Deborah O'Neill. I'm the CEO and founder of blissbee.me, Integrative Holistic Health. I'm here to share because I care. And there's lots to care about right now. Lots to care about. Your voice is needed. Your stand is needed. Your thoughts are needed. Your curiosity. Your curiosity to learn more. Thank you for being here to learn more. I'm certainly delving into learning more about me. It's about my own curiosity, about where I thought I was showing up, but maybe not showing up as good or great as I could. Where I recognized my white privilege, but I didn't really see how it's infiltrated so deeply into our system. This morning I listened to a comment by Marianne Williamson, and she was running for the U.S. Election. I think that she's stepped back from that now temporarily, and she had some historical insight into where we're coming from with this. I was shocked to that is from the 1600s. 1600s. Gosh, and we're still in the process. We're still in this. We're still in this. So I'm feeling called today to work with the inner child, or even just get some curiosity with that inner child, because oftentimes that inner child is oppressed due to trauma, due to whatever has occurred in your lifetime. And that inner child is scared, or that inner child is angry. So when I take a look at inner child, I'm looking at my books from Barbara Brennan and one of her newest books called Core Light Healing. She invites us to take a new look at a new concept for the inner child. It says, don't take care of your inner child. Your inner child does not exist. You created a label called inner child. The new concept that she suggests is the inner child is the unevolved consciousness. It's the blocks that are trapped, unevolved as consciousness within. The real work is to release and to re-educate your unevolved consciousness that is trapped inside like the block. That's a way more empowering way to look at our bodies, our labeled inner child, and see it as something that is so easily to be worked with, as unevolved consciousness. It's trapped, it's blocked, it's unevolved. The real work is to release and to re-educate. It's all comes back to education. It's all stems back to curiosity. There's so much information here that I'd so love to explore in our membership, which allows us to go so much deeper. Our mind determines what is created. Our feelings fuel the process of creation. Our will determines the pattern or form of that creation. Without all three in sync, our creation remains incomplete. Blocks don't just go away because they can't. They don't have the fuel to change until we add more energy consciousness to them. By becoming more conscious and more aware as we observe ourselves in our interactions, that is our fuel to change. The energy consciousness that we work with in the block stays split in a lower state until enough energy consciousness is added into the system to bring the feelings and the mind back together. This gateway, the mind and body connection. So many vital areas within our beautiful organism, and we're only touching on just the smallest tip of the iceberg. And we're waiting for science to catch up so that it can be validated in the grander world. Well, we could be waiting thousands of years in this grander world as we still are waiting for the tip of the iceberg, for people to have their freedom, to have people as one. We have the same blood. We breathe in the same air. We're on the same planet. I'd go as far as even if we aren't on the same planet, we're still one. So we need to do the work, you and I, for all. And know that with this, not only do we heal here and today, we heal the generations of the past. With this occurring as a thought form as far back as the 1600s, when slavery was first instilled, or even perhaps they brought to the New World, as we work and enter into the new earth. It's in the DNA. In order to do that, we need to take that action collectively, more effectively. And I'm only here as a source of curiosity to say, join me. Join me on the journey. It'll have its bumps and ups and downs because that's just not how it works. There's always got to be a little bit of contrast, because in contrast, we get to educate ourselves going, ooh, I don't like that. And now why? Why don't I like that? What about that is uncomfortable? Yeah. So if it doesn't make sense, maybe remember a painful experience from childhood. That's probably not too hard to do. And just remember the time something painful happened to you when you were a child and you couldn't do anything about it. If you can remember it, it's a good sign. Your energy, your mental energy is still flowing. And if you can't seem to remember it without the feelings that you had then, it means your feelings are not flowing. So you may have a blocked mental energy from that memory. And the block will stay there until you have enough energy consciousness, energy awareness, consciousness awareness, however you want to look at it so that it works for you, to allow that mental and feeling energies to come back together. The mind and the body to come back together. This is the third dimension of the body. Now we're getting into the esoteric, the more unseen, the more or less evidence-based in science, but evidence-based in the reality of life. There's another quote in here by Barbara Brennan in her counseling days, so to speak. There's a lot of fear in adults therapy. There's a lot of fear in adults therapy about sinking into early childhood pain. It is the dread of the experience and the total powerlessness. We have generations upon generations upon generations upon generations of evidence where people's power has been taken away. That powerlessness as a young child that's being activated, that blocked consciousness is being activated worldwide, globally, that pain and that fear and that desire to change. Let's bring our attention to the feet on the floor and let's ground and center and align. Let's do it for you. Let's do it for me. Let's do it for all. As we come into this place and bring Mother Earth energy in and allow it to encapsulate all of your beingness here. And let's expand that container, this container, our container of safety and curiosity and love to hold all. In this moment in time, let's work with this moment in time. It might not seem like enough, but it is what it is right here, right now, because you care and I care. And this is the difference that we can make now. The power of now. I was reading it again last night. I started reading it in 2007 and it seemed like an alien wrote this, and now it's like a comforting blanket. Working with the pain field. Working with the pain body. Let's take a nice clearing breath. And perhaps a nice roll of the shoulders. Now imagine the deep roots, the tree roots going down into the earth. Right down to that crystalline core of the earth. Turn on all your sensory in a calm way, because it's being overactivated now if you are watching, listening, observing. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of great people doing a lot of great work. The social media right now is showing the truth of what's happening in a lot of the streets. It's not for the weak at heart to visualize and see. If you're an empath, you can feel the field. You can feel the palpableness of the field. It's important to bathe, shower. When you wash your hands, just allow that cleansing to take place. Reground yourself. Very important to reground yourself. If you work with crystals, bring them out, use them. Work with the stones, work with the earth, work with the grounding oils. Work with your love. Work with your grounding and centering and aligning. And work with your mantra. It's important to stay grounded for all right now. There's a lot of chest breath going on. Let's breathe into our deep diaphragmatic breath, the lower abdomen. There's a lot of people being chased by saber-toothed tigers right now. And in order to get back to that place, it's important to regulate the nervous system. Even if you're just standing around, rock. You put your hands on your arms. Feel your container. This is my arm. This is my hand. This is my leg. This is my foot. This is important. Literally do that. If you feel that you are disassociating, bring yourself back in. You might even need to call yourself back in and pull yourself back in. It seems weird. It's not. It's energy. We calling in the energy of Mother Earth into our feet. You feel that frequency as it comes up from the core of the earth into your 2 feet. Now feel it as you call it up your legs. Is it coming up evenly? Do you sense it? Or is there a block? And if there is a block, say, I release this block. It may just take that. It may just take the awareness that you are aware that there's a block. And say, it's okay, you're safe. I give consent to receive Mother Earth's energy. Your body may be so blocked from previous experiences that you shut it down and you say, I do not trust anything. I've been there. Allow. Start small. Allow Mother Earth energy to come into the body, into the lower pelvis region, into the emotional area of the body, into the fire area of the body, into the air, into the sound. Allow it to wash over your shoulders and experience your shoulders falling 2 or 4 inches. Experience the vertebrae in the spine. It's like they recalibrate. Down your arms and into your hands. Now bring it into your head and wash this beautiful cranium and all the insides of the brain and the pituitary glands and pineal glands and nasal passages and eye orifices and and bring it up and open the Sahasrara and allow this Mother Earth energy to cascade down the body 360 like this nurturing blanket of energy, this waterfall of energy. And feel your feet on the floor. Do they feel heavier? Do the sit bones where you're sitting feel heavier? grounded? Do you feel more stable as you come into a centering still point with the body, as it gently finds a place to land? As we prepare to align with what's most important to you, align with love. As we set that hera line from the center core of the earth through the spine, through your spine, through the head, out the top of the Sahasrara, and taking this fine line, this tube of energy, this thread of energy, without distraction, straight to divine source, creator, Mother Earth, higher self, Father Sky, the place of many names. You pick. And invite this glorious divine source, creator energy. Invite it in. I accept, I receive. I am open to healing. Heal all that's ready to be healed right now. I accept your unconditional love, your divine source creator energy, this effervescent energy, and feel the lightness. Feel the truth bumps that come over the body. Breathing into the gateway. Please connect my mind and body. Please open this gateway to receive whatever wording works for you. Down the arms to the hands, so everything I touch today is with love, grace, and compassion. Give me the personal knowledge to do the work that is required of me at this time for the highest and greatest good of all. Thy will over my will. Breathe it into the chest and allow it to expand. Let's expand for all the contraction that's in the world right now. Let's expand so that they can open their hearts. So for all those that seem heartless, let's open their hearts. Invite them to open their hearts. They're not heartless. They're just blocked. Severely blocked. And as we raise our conscious energy, our energy consciousness, so too we raise everybody else's. We're nourishing, we're feeding the field, we're feeding our field. We can't collapse, not now. We need to feed and nourish our fields, our energy consciousness, especially as we take on a greater learning, a greater education, as we witness. Let's stay in the witness so that we don't get the traumatized. We protect ourselves from the vicarious trauma, because if we get traumatized, then we don't have the oxygen mask on us first. But we can't be blind. Correction. I encourage you not to be blind. I'm not dictating what should be done here. I'm offering a portal of curiosity for which you can ask yourself and see where you are in this curiosity. And if you want to learn more, stay. And if you don't, then guess what? You're free to close the book. I invite you not to close your book on you. Together we're better. Let's feel these two energies of the Mother Earth and Divine Source Creator energy in our bodies. Ensure that the deep diaphragmatic is engaged. And let's take it into 2 minutes in the mantra. So hum. Inhale on the so. Exhale on the hum. Thank you for coming back time and time again. I love that you're here. Thank you for sitting with me. Please let me know if what I'm speaking of resonates with you. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to hear or you'd like to be curious about as we move into the ajna, into the clarity and the intuition, where you really get to step into your true knowingness. One big, beautiful, smooth breath. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. No pause. No jerk. No noise. Going to the big deck. There's so much wisdom in this light within guidance cards. And see what our offering is for today from the Mother, Sri Aurobindo. Beautiful scholars. He put himself in isolation for 25 years and wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote and wrote. And I studied and studied and studied and studied. Honesty. Be sincere and honest, and your mind will be at rest. Be courageous, enduring, vigilant. Above all, be sincere with perfect honesty. Then you will be able to face all difficulties, and victory will be yours. Wow, I love these cards. Honesty. Be sincere and honest, and your mind will be at rest. Be courageous, enduring, vigilant. Above all, be sincere with perfect honesty. Then you'll be able to face all difficulties, and victory will be yours. Yay. On a quick note, thank you. Just to make a note on the adrenals that has just come up. That's a great idea. But for now, I want to leave you with this. When you get up in the morning, you tickle your tummy on the front. Your adrenals are located in the back. In the morning in my yoga bed yoga, I do a twist to the right. I tickle my adrenals, activate them, love them up, talk to them. Twist to the left, tickle my adrenals, activate them, love them up, and talk to them. They do respond. They respond to the whole body responds to touch. But yes, thank you. With that, I invite you to be curious. I invite you to educate. I invite you to be honest.